Hi everybody, like I say in all my videos, I'm not responsible if anybody gets hurt, it's just my opinion. Today I'm going to be talking with my cutie, Michaela. I'm with my Michaela. Like I say, good girl. I'm not responsible if anybody gets hurt, it's just my opinion, and sometimes I swear. I'm with her. So today I'll be talking about Donald Trump's marriages. He was married. Let me look. I'm looking it up. He has 5 children with 3 marriages. His first wife was Ivana Trump, married 1977 to 1990. His second wife was Marlo Maples, 1993 to 1999, and Melania Trump from 2000 to president. And he has 5 children. Yeah, so, yeah. He's been married 3 times, so... I'm going to look in his different marriages and what happened and everything. So I'll go in different orders. The first one I'm going to look up would be Ivana Trump. I'm going to do his first wife, and then we'll go to Marla Maples and then Mariah Trump, because you don't see her in the what's going on, like what the hell, where is she? She's never around when he does his touring, which I think is very weird. So I shuffled those cards, and I'm shuffling other ones. I'm going to do different cards, and some are going to be oracle cards, and some are going to be my regular tarot cards, because I like to do different cards. I think it's more fun and more interesting to do different cards. All right. Let me see. All right. All right. Let me see. Do I have every card that I need? Yep. Okay. I'm gonna start with. What was her name? I think his first wife. Sorry, I have to keep on. Ivana Trump. So they were married for like over 10 years. She's from, I think, she died in 2022, July, in New York. She was a businesswoman, social and model, and she lived in the 70s. She lived in Canada. I think she lived in the Czech Republic. I think like that's in Europe or something. So she was not born American. She lived in other country, and then she married Donald Trump in 1977 during the disco age. I was a little kid, so yeah. So before he became really famous, he was married to her. So please tell me about his marriage to Ivana Trump. Please. She was born February 20th, 1949. I think she was a Pisces. Or no, I'm sorry. She was an Aquarius. Sorry. She was Aquarius. Please tell me about her. All right. So I'm going to do her marriage and his relationship. Please tell me about the relationship. Please. And the outcome. Ivana Trump, his first wife. Okay, The first one's going to be her point of view. The second one was his point of view. She thought she was resilient to change when they were married. In the beginning, she was happy in the relationship, but she was fearful for changing because he was wanting to be into politics. This is Ivana Trump's point of view. She wasn't sure that she wanted to be in her husband to be in politics and have the lifestyle of being the rich and the famous. She wasn't sure she wanted to do that, become a celebrity's wife, because he was into, before he became a politician, he was into Wall Street and making a lot of money, and she wasn't sure she wanted to be a businessman's wife. So she was like, I'm not sure if I want that lifestyle. This is the death card in reverse. Yeah, she wasn't sure that she wanted the lifestyle to be, and she was holding on to him, and there were delays in their marriage. There were ups and downs in their marriages, Ivana Trump. And she was into tradition. She wanted to be the one who stays home, even though she's a businesswoman. She wanted to have children and stay home. And she trusted, and she thought she was a smart woman, and she would be a good businesswoman, even though she had traditional lifestyle. She thought she would be a good businesswoman, and she forgave him for being. He probably cheated on her when they were married, so she forgave him because. And there were boundaries, like he probably crossed a lot. She thought he crossed around boundaries, and she was a hard worker, and she was a social person. She liked to hang out with people, so she was very social. And the wish card, she was wishing, the Tree of Wishes, also forgive wishes, and she wanted things to come true. Her dreams of being a businesswoman, she wanted it to be true. Never understand the power of your heart apology. So she felt like he needed to apologize because of how he treated her. She wasn't always happy in the way he came across, the way she was treated by him. She didn't like the way he treated her. Maybe he worked late night or wasn't the most trustworthy and honest person. She think he was like cheating on her or was not very there for her and the children. She thought he wasn't in the past. And this is his point of view. I'm turning up frontwards. This one was that he was doing it all. He wanted the family, he wanted his business, he wanted to do the Apprentice, he wanted to become famous, he did the Trump Towers, he wanted it all, doing it all. He was carrying a burden. He had to make a lot of money, be with his wife at the time, be with the children. He had a lot of opportunities that he had to do, and he felt like the weight was on his shoulders, like it was a burden, like he had a lot of things he had to do. This is the Ten of Wands in reverse. He felt like he had a lot of things he had to do in his personal life and working life. So yeah, he thought he was had burdens in his life, and was blocked also in this relationship. He thought this relationship was blocked. Being around Ivana, in the beginning they had a great marriage, but after a while it started being blocked. And he thought she was being selfish. This is his point of view. He thought she was being selfish, not wanting to travel as much as he did, and wanted to have parties. And he was very impatient with her. He didn't want to work in this relationship that much, so they had a turbulent marriage. It seems like that. And he thought he was overwhelmed with responsibilities, doing working, becoming. He thought he was smart, and he thought he was working a lot. And he had anxiety because he had to work with a lot of different people in his marriage. He had anxiety in his marriage with Ivana. And message to reach. So the spirit, a message is trying to restart. So he was trying to make a better relationship, but it was failing. And he's looking at the person's looking at the bird, and feeling, oh, I have to try to make this relationship work, even though he doesn't really want it to work. So, but he had happy times with his loved one. Today, celebrate the love you share with the matter ones you met. So he tried to make this marriage work because they worked. They were good together in the beginning and the middle of the relationship, and the outcome in their marriage was lack of control. They both had lack of control, in the relationship. They both wanted different things toward the end of the relationship. He wanted to be famous. He became a politician, and she didn't really want that lifestyle. She wanted to do something other, and he was aggressive. He wanted to do what he wanted, and I think that bothered her. She didn't like that, so yeah. And he was very careless with what he said and what he did. He cheated on her, I think. And he tried to be very, she tried to be very public recognition, victory. She tried to be happy in this relationship toward the end, but it was having trouble. And they were trying to live life as good as they could in the relationship. But it says closure. Not all commitments are meant to be, except closure. So they didn't have a good relationship at the end. So it was closing. The door was closing on the relationship. It wasn't going well. So toward the end, it wasn't going well. Yep, they had a lot of problems in the end of the relationship. Good girl, Michaela. All right, now we're going to go to Meghan Markle. I'll look her up. She's born October 27th, 1963. She's still alive. She was only married once. She has one child, Tiffany Trump. And she's a Scorpio, October 27th, 1963. She's 60 years old now. She never remarried. So I'm going to look up Donald Trump and Marple Maple's marriage. Please tell me about Marple's marriage to Donald Trump. Was it a good marriage? Obviously, they got divorced, but in the good times, did they have good times in the beginning, or did they, because eventually they get divorced, but please tell me what happened. Please tell me. Damn it. That doesn't. Please tell me. Alright. Please tell me about their marriage. Trump and Marple Maples. I know he cheated his first wife with Marple and he married her, so yeah. Please. Alright, here we go. The beginning, on her point of view. Alright, in her point of view, it's negative. Toward the beginning, it was negative because he was having an affair with her while he was still married to, separated. And there was a lot of pain in this relationship because he was cheating with his first wife, Ivana, with Marple Maples, and they showed her sitting on his lap, or maybe that was someone else, but cheating. So he did negative talk. There's a lot of pain and forgiveness. He had a bad relationship with Meghan Markle from the start. They had their ups and downs. They were only married a short time. I think they were married, let me look, 1993 to 99. So that's less than, I think, 7 years. So they were only married 7 years. And she moved on. She tried to move on in this relationship, trying to think positive. This relationship with Donald Trump, there was negative talk. She said things about him that he wasn't a very good husband and he didn't care about her. And she thought this is the two cups in reverse. There was disharmony in the relationship. She thought that he cared more about his business and becoming famous and going into politics and being, into the Trump Towers and being on the show The Apprentice and stuff. She thought he cared more about that than her. So she distrusted him. There was a lot of distrust, she thought, for them. So they didn't have a good marriage from the start. So they had, even though they were married, and there were broken communication. They didn't talk for days on end. Maybe they slept in separate rooms. But there was love is a beautiful mess. Embrace its imperfection. So their marriage and love was imperfection, and it was a mess. Like this room is a mess. They had a messy relationship. Sometimes it was great. When it was great, it was great. In the bedroom, it was great, and they had one daughter together. So when it was great, it was wonderful. When it was bad, it was like this room, a tornado or earthquake hit. It's almost forgiven wish can come true. She was hoping the relationship would last. She wanted to stay. She was really in love with Donald Trump. She wanted it to work, and this is his point of view. And then I'll do the outcome. All right. He was hoping for opportunities in this relationship to work out. He wanted this marriage to work out because his first marriage because the first wife was more independent, and even though Margaret and there would be a lot of finances because he probably had to sign a prenup, and he didn't want to end up divorced for a second time. So he was trying to feel happy in this relationship because he didn't want to get a divorce for the second time. He would feel like he was a failure. And he had new ventures in this relationship. He really wanted it to work. He wanted his second marriages to work out because there was a cloud, because he cheated on his first wife. So he wanted to make this work. But he had a lot of negative thoughts, thinking, why did he cheat on his first wife to be with his second? He thought, oh God, maybe he made a mistake getting married to Marple Maples. I feel like you see this girl's tied up. Negative thoughts. He thought he was restricted with Marple Maple. Maybe she was trying to put him on a tighter leash than his first wife, and he didn't like that. So he didn't like being restricted. And he felt like he was in prison with Meghan Markle. He thought, oh God, I'm in prison, and I don't like that. I don't like anybody telling me how to live, what to do, and stuff. So their marriage was on shaky ground for even the beginning. He wanted it to work, but she tried to control him, and he didn't like that. He didn't like to be controlled. And this connection is based on relationship. It might never develop into a romance. So he was hoping this would be a romantic relationship, that it would last forever. He was hoping for a second, but it didn't turn out that way. It was maybe she knew things about him that kept the relationship to blossom into more than she wanted. Like, he wanted it to be a certain way, and she wanted it to be more of a partnership. Maybe he thought it would be more of like a partnership, even though he left his first wife for her. And this is the second one. This is a message he's trying to reach. He was trying to hold on to this relationship the best he could. And the outcome is moodiness. He became very moody. He was mad at her all the time. They had fights. He'd blame her for everything. Like, hey, the house isn't clean. Or you burnt the food. Or I don't want to go out to dinner. You need to learn how to cook. Or I don't want to spend money on some more of your clothes. You need to take care of your own clothes. He was very moody. And he was disappointed in the relationship. He thought this relationship sucked. He didn't want to be married anymore. So he wanted to find a way out. He was very disappointed being with Meghan Markle. And he saved money. You know, he was hiding money, his assets and his money from Meghan Markle. He didn't want her to know he was saving money for a rainy day in case he decided to leave and decide to quit this marriage because he was not happy this relationship. So he probably had a nest egg of money that he saved and put it in some Swiss Army accounts or some other accounts, investments that she didn't know that he had behind the scenes, so she wouldn't get his money. And love can be blind, so she was still hoping this relationship works, but he knew it wasn't going to work out. So it says, love is sure you're not looking red flag. There was a lot of red flags in their marriage that it wasn't turning out. They fought all the time. He was very moody. He was disappointed in the relationship. He was saving money. He was hiding money from her. She was wondering what in the heck is going on with some of the money. It's like disappearing. And also living playful with a lighter heart. Listen to the voice of an inner child. Yeah, he thought she was a child. Like, God, what did I should have stayed with Ivana. He was not happy in this his second marriage. He thought he was being with a child, not an adult. She was good on paper, but not, being realistic. So he was very disappointed in his second marriage. He thought, oh God, I should have never married her. All right, this is the last wife. He's had Marina Trump, April 26, 1970. She's 54. She's a couple years and only one son. And she's where is she from? Oh, Suka, Slovakia. I don't know where that is. Sorry, my geography is not that good. All right. So tell me about his marriage to his last wife, Marina. I'm probably screwing up. Melania Trump. They were married in 2007. So far, they've been still together for less than 20 years. If they're still together, it'd be 20. Or it's 19 years, I think, now, unless they're separated. Tell me, are they still married? I'm going to look up how their marriage is. Past. I'm just doing it. Past. 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 How's the marriage? And all right, so let's see about the marriage. Please tell me about his marriage, because you don't see her on the trail. Please tell me. Ivana, we're going to go with her first, and then we'll go through him, and then we'll go through the end. And if there's one more question, I'll ask, because we want to know. All right. First, it says that there's negative talk about the relationship. He was hoping this relationship was better. She was not happy in this relationship. It was kind of sucky in this relationship. There was negativity talk. He was hoping that relationship would be better in this relationship. He was hoping that the relationship would be better. And there was negative self-talk. He was hoping that the marriage would last and work out, and there would be forgiveness in the relationship, because they were having problems in in his third marriage. He was having problems in his third marriage with her. And the lovers, he did love his third wife. He thought he had a great relationship, and there was harmony. She thought it was harmony and love in their relationship, and there was a partnership, and there was deep life, and there was strength together. So they did have some love in their relationship in the beginning stages. She loved him. They were lovers, and they were friends, and they worked together, and they had, they had a good partnership. Love flows to you and your cosmetic and charm. He thought she was a charmer and person, like kind, considerate, loving. The tree of wish, you call your name, is also forgiven. Wish comes true. So she was hoping for good things to happen in this on Trump. She was hoping good things will happen in this marriage. And let's see what Trump says. All right. And the outcome is emotional loss. He felt loss in this relationship. He feels lost. He feels like, oh God, this relationship is doomed. He doesn't like the relationship, and it's blocked. He's not. It's not creative. He's not happy. He wanted to be the president of the United States, and he's not happy with her. He thinks she's not a good first lady. He just doesn't like being married to her, and he's bored and not happy. This is the Ace of Cups in reverse. He loves himself. He's a person who loves himself. Like, oh, I love myself. I think I'm wonderful. I'm accepting the way things are. And he's repressed with his things. He doesn't want to tell his wife the marriage is over. He's holding it in. He doesn't want to tell. He doesn't want to tell them that the marriage is over. He's holding it in. He's not happy. Cold bad advice. He has some bad advice. He wants to tell her that it's over, but he can't hold it in anymore. And he says, "Oh, I want the marriage to be over," but people are telling him, "No, you can't do this because we can't have a divorced president of the United States. That won't go get in well." And he was trying to be passionate about the relationship they will go. Sorry, that's my phone. He was trying to be compassionate in the relationship. He wanted a happier marriage. She wanted a better, happy marriage. She didn't sign up for him to run for president. She knew that he wanted it, but she wasn't sure if she wanted it. And love, understanding the power of the heartfelt apology. She thinks he should apologize in the way she's being treated. She doesn't talk to about. You don't talk to about him. She doesn't. You don't hear him ever mentioning her. When he walks out stage, he never mentions his wife. It's like you don't see her. So there's no apology. No heartfelt apology. Saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, my wife's not here today," and he thinks she's kind of playful. Maybe he thinks she's like still childlike and not takes the thing, the role of being the first lady Republican. I'm gonna look. Are they still together, or did they break up? And are they headed to divorce court? Even though that would probably damage him being the president of the United States. Are they headed to go into divorce? Are they going to go and get a divorce? Donald Trump, is he go for a divorce with his third and final wife? Yeah, they're going to head for a divorce. So they're going for a divorce. 3 cards, please. Are they headed for a divorce? Yeah, they're headed for a divorce eventually. He thinks it would be a smart thing once if he becomes president, he can divorce her after a while, or she can divorce him. She says, this is 2024. People would still be upset about. He thinks people would still be upset about it, but they would get over it. He thinks people will console him, and better be careful of being the president of the United States. You better be cautious of being the president of the United States, because you don't want to get in trouble not being able to be the first lady. You want to be the first lady, and she thinks he should be have a wife. She thinks she should stay married to him because it wouldn't be very good in his image if he got divorced. She thinks it might be not a good, but he wants to be left alone with her. They probably have some people snickering and saying, why is he always alone when he's going out on tour? Why is he alone without talking to her or about her? And he's trying to have patience in this relationship because he knew the relationship is dead in the water. Yeah, he knows the relationship is not doing, and she's withdrawing in the relationship. She doesn't want to go to his meetings anymore and hear him blending out negative stuff. And she's a very warm and kind person in this relationship. She was trying to be, and she's a very independent person. She doesn't want to go and answer questions about their marriage. So, and she's wholehearted. She's a nice person. She doesn't want to say the wrong thing like he's saying bad things. And she's a social butterfly. She likes to do other things than just be on the road of being the president of the United States. She doesn't want that in part of her world. So he thinks that she's childlike and wants to play and not be in this relationship. And the memories are kind of frazzled in that she doesn't want to be married to him anymore. She said they had some, in a sense, some good times in their marriage, but then there were some bad times. Like that, they were innocent when they started out, but the marriage is downhill. So she's not happy in this relationship. So they're going to head to divorce. Two more cards. What does she think of his mouth grabbing on? What does she think about his mouth? Saying all these nasty things about about Harris and the vice president. What does the VP? What does are they tired of him saying these nasty things about Harris and the person running with? Are they tired of all this, name calling? I'm gonna do 3 cards. Please tell me. Are they tired of all this name calling? Yeah, she's tired of this. She thinks he's being very selfish and self-centered about saying all these nasty, and she feels betrayed. Like, how dare you say this about a woman? I thought I married someone with class, not being disgusting. And there was conflict. You're having conflict in this, saying nasty things, and the fighting because of the conflict of it, and they don't like the arguing in their marriage. They're constantly arguing. She doesn't like the arguing in their marriage because he's saying nasty things about Harris and everything. She's tired of all this, the disagreements and the fighting over the way she's being treated by Harris, and what he's splooning. His mouth is saying really nasty thing about Harris. Yeah. She's tired of it. She's tired. Alana Trump is tired of all the nastiness, and she feels he's selfish and saying nasty things about other women and other people. She's tired of it. She has disagreements. She's tired of him wanting to win at all costs, saying, I'm gonna win being the president, and I don't care what other people think. So he doesn't care. She's tired of that. And she's trying to be calm and cool, collected, the moon in reverse. She's trying to not feel fearful and upset that if she says anything, she's upset. She's in anxiety. She's probably very stressed out in this marriage with Donald Trump splitting out mean things to Harris and other people. She's tired of this. She's tired of the drama. She's got anxiety. She's fearful. She's also fearful that the truth's going to be coming out of her bad marriage. She's tired of it. She's tired of all the. She thinks this marriage is a facade, and the lying and the cheating, and and she has to fake being happy with behind the scenes. She's not. And she's going to find the truth to tell people that he's lying about the relationship. Just heartbreak in this relationship. She's tired of the faking in this relationship. She's tired of him name calling people. There's a love triangle. Maybe he's cheated on her a number of times with different women. Him also getting in trouble with the law, haven't been a felon. She's really sick and tired, and she feels lonely because he's always traveling or he's not around her. Maybe they're separated. I'm going to look up one card and then that's it because my dog wants my attention. So are they separated? Is Melania and Donald Trump, are they separated? One card fell out. The hand ran. I'm doing this. I'll do two cards. It says there's a pause and surrender, letting go. So she's going to let go into this relationship. She's tired of all this crap going on. Him name-calling Harris and making her embarrassed. She's like probably in the hotel room going like this, or at home hearing it on the news saying, oh, God, he's saying something stupid with his Alzheimer's or his memory going. And she wants a change. She doesn't want to be Mrs. Trump anymore. She wants to do something. Maybe she'll do something else. She's tired of him constantly, she wants a new perspective. She wants to change maybe she'll go back to her maiden name and get a divorce and say, screw this, I'm not happy with you. You are a mean, narcissistic, a jerk. So she's not going to stay with him. And the other one is she feels betrayed because of the relationship. He probably cheated on her numerous times. She's tired of his betrayal. She's deceptive. He's lied to the court saying that he hasn't done none of this. She knows darn well that he's been lying and cheating and acting strange and trickery, lying, saying things that aren't true. She knows that he's full of it. Full of S-H-I-T, shit. She knows he's full of shit, and she's tired of the lies. She's going to come clean. I feel she's going to come clean about Donald Trump and their marriage. Eventually, she's going to come clean. She's tired of all his lies, saying that he had nothing to do with he was in the trial, and she probably had to go support him, and she didn't really want to because he was lying. So she's tired of his lying, his narcissistic behavior. I don't know if she knows he's a narcissist, but she's tired of his behavior. She's so sick of his S-H-I-T, bullshit. So she's tired of his bullshit and does not like I said, this is entertainment purposes. She's tired of how he's treating her, and if she probably thinks marriage was a big mistake. She's not happy. Her son's not happy. Probably no one's happy. So in the future, I'll do a thing on Trump's children. I just wanted to do his 3 marriages. So his marriages went in the toilet and were terrible. He didn't treat these women well at all. So he had a terrible marriage with these 3 women. They're both really upset. One of them died. I think his first wife's dead. Yeah, his first wife, Ivana's dead. She died, and the other 2 are alive. So until my next tarot reading, take care and bye-bye. And hopefully this wasn't too long. Bye.